What's going on, guys? Josh here from Moment Productions, and today I have something pretty awesome to share with you, and that is a 2D to 3D drone shot. Now, what does this shot look like? Have a look at this clip right here. Now, why would you want to use a shot like this in your own videos? Well, it creates the essence of abstract movement. You're starting off with a simple top-down shot, and then as the drone starts orbiting around, you are going to be tilting up the camera at that same exact time. Now, it may seem like a complex movement, but with enough practice, you will get it right. If you get this shot right, your footage will be unreal. And in the more epic places that you shoot, the cooler the shots you're gonna get. And this type of 2D to 3D shot is guaranteed going to make your films stand out above anyone else's. In today's video, I'm gonna be using the DJI Mavic Pro drone. You can use any drone as you wish. However, you do need to have control of the gimbal's tilt. Now, when it comes down to my stick configuration and all of my settings, I have everything set to default, including the gimbal. First things first, before we take off, we press that record button. That way, you will not miss the shot and you will know if you have the SD card in your drone. I cannot tell you how many times I've flown without an SD card, and I can't tell you how many more times I've actually thought I had the shot when I actually didn't because I didn't press the record button. So make sure you do those things. It's actually very helpful to have a checklist, a pre-flight checklist, a flight checklist, and post-flight checklist. So that's a few of the things that I like to carry around with me to make sure that I get my favorite aerial shots. So here's how we start off the shot. We start off with a sideways fly. So make sure that the direction that you're supposed to be flying in is perpendicular to your drone. Right stick goes gently to the right, and then as we move to the right, we start panning the whole entire drone using the left stick. And as we pan, we slowly start to tilt up the gimbal. Remember that during the shot, timing is extremely important. So this is how I like to time everything out. I start off with a top-down shot, fly sideways for about 3 to 5 seconds without touching any of the gimbal's controls, and after about 3 to 5 seconds, I start slowly panning the drone, and as I pan, I slowly tilt up the gimbal. Remember that these controls are extremely sensitive, so watch how I gently touch these joysticks and the dials. I don't rush the shot, and I don't make any jerky movements with the controller. Now, the whole point of this shot is to start off on flat ground, and then as we fly sideways, we start to notice somewhat of a steep decline. And as we start tilting up the gimbal and panning the drone, we start to see more of that 3D view of how steep that mountain or hill actually is. So what I did, I just started off in my backyard, knowing that eventually it will transition into a very steep hill. So you have to take advantage of knowing that. That way you can execute this shot properly. As I said earlier, location has a lot to do with the specific shot. Now, what is this shot called? I'm not really sure. It's probably called a 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional shot. I really don't know what to call it, but it does involve a lot of complex movements. Now, why don't I use any of the automated flight features? Well, that's because I found out that I'm much more fluid in my drone shots if I have complete control over the drone. I noticed that if we use these automated flight modes, we can see a lot more robotic-y movements. So I want to keep things a lot more fluid. And knowing how good I am at flying drones, I know that I can create better shots than using the simple automated flight controls. Fluidity is extremely important. Robotic-y movements, not so much. So if you can, try to learn these flight modes manually. Now, just like everything in life, this will take a lot of practice in order for you to get good at it. So I strongly recommend that you practice the shot in different segments. For example, try practicing flying sideways. Once you're proficient in flying sideways, then try panning and tilting with the gimbal and drone. Get used to the controls because they're extremely sensitive. No need to go into cinematic mode or tripod mode. You need to learn how to get comfortable with the sticks. Now, when it comes down to the safety of your drone while performing the shot, you have to keep your eyes on it at all times. you are going to be flying sideways, and on the DJI Mavic Pro and Inspire, you don't have obstacle sensing sensors on the sides of the drone or on the back. You're going to be flying backwards, you're going to be flying sideways, you're going to be flying forwards, so you have to keep your eyes on the drone. Try not to focus on the framing as much right now. Get your movements down first, and then worry about the framing. Alright guys, well that is one of my favorite drone shots for the DJI Mavic Pro, Inspire, and any other drone that you may have. Don't forget to give this video a big like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel with notifications on. If you're interested in getting a drone like this, don't forget to look in the description box below. I'll post some links for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see what you create. Bye bye.